In this example, we are going to look at the receivables trends according to sales growth. Normally, higher sales growth means a higher receivables balance. Ideally, we would like to see the receivables growth smaller than the sales growth. I have added the sales and receivables balance to the report. We can show the trend by adding a date dimension. Looking at the data, we can see that sales have doubled in recent years, but the receivables balance has grown almost 5 times. We can analyse this further by dragging in a special KPI, receivable turnover days. With this, we see that it's grown over 2.5 times. Let's have a look at these figures on the graph. Using a pre-built template, the green line represents the KPI. From the chart area, we can see that the receivable balance has the highest growth, growing from just over 835,000 to just over 4 million, 5 times growth. We can also see the sales have doubled. The reason for this could be increased payment terms or poor payment discipline. We can analyse this further by looking at the receivables overdue structure. We can drag in the due analysis dimension into the report. From here, we can add 2 simple charts. Both the before due and overdue balance are increasing. The before due balance is increasing faster. This area chart highlights how the overdue balance trend has increased its share from 65% in 2006 to 80% for 2007 and 2008, and has now decreased back to 65%. The decreasing trend should be something that we aim for to ensure more of the debt is collected before it is overdue. We can analyse in more detail why the overdue part of the receivable balance is so large. We are going to use a pie chart to analyse the overdue balance further. End users should be familiar with the standard Excel functionality and formatting we are using to analyse the data. When I drill down to an overdue balance to show the aging of debt, we can see that only a small part, about 20%, is due within less than 180 days, and that the majority of the overdue debt relates to transactions that are more than 180 days overdue. By applying a filter to the data, we can focus on the majority of the overdue debt. We no longer need the pie chart. To get a more detailed picture, we can drag in the customer dimension. Sort the data by the overdue total. We can then show only the top 80% of debt. Again, this is just standard Excel functionality. This is now a list of our most problematic customers. Using conditional formatting, we can quickly get a clearer picture. With this, we can see that the oldest and largest debt actually belongs to the top 6 customers in this list. These are bad customers and which will need the most attention from your credit controllers to ensure the debt is recovered. We can prepare a chart that shows the structure of the overdue balance for these bad customers. We have summarised all the scenarios on one screen to get a better overview of the receivables analysis.